ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ما بعد, my dear respective co-members of this very gathering, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We seek Allah's protection upon all of our activities to go well and smoothly. This is a wonderful gathering that I would like to talk upon something very important, being we here for a reason. So this must be a kind of reminding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, فَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَى تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Do remember each other upon things that are going to be beneficial to you. For any remembrance like this, do be beneficial to those who believe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the glorious Quran stated the reasons after all the callings he made to serve him. He made mention of the reasons of your creation. If I can remember, in the chapter 2 of the glorious Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. And he says, وَلَقَدْ he says in the glorious Quran, وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُم مِّن رِزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَن يُطْعِمُونَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ. The first verse goes like this: يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ, O you, the mankind. Allah do not say the Hausas or the Igbos or the Europeans. He said mankind. Wherever the gender you come from or the race, Allah is talking to you. So you have to bear it in your mind that you are being called by your Lord, who is Allah. U'budullaha. Do serve Allah. Worship Allah. Allah mentioned or stated the reasons of your creation, or the things that are going to be a kind of reasons that you have to, you must to, you're supposed to serve Allah, He alone. He said, الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ, He who created you, وَالَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ, and those who passed you, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, for you to fear Allah, for you to serve Allah. الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ فِرَاشًا, He is the one that lay on earth for you. وَالسَّمَاءَ بِنَاءً, and He built up heavens for you. And He made of water for you to live upon it and utilize it on your daily basis. The second verse goes like this. Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I do not create mankind and the jinn nations except for one reason. Which reason? إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, except for them to worship me. So permit me to go into deep to Quran to see relevant examples of how prophets used to call upon this very issue, the reasons of your creation. But I would like to start with one ayah. Allah said, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. Indeed, we have sent unto many or upon all nations what prophets, for them to call upon serving Allah He alone without associating a partner to Him. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam used to make dua for him and his descendants not to worship other than Allah. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَذَا الْبَلَدَ آمِنًا وَجُنُبْنِي وَبَنِيَّ أَن نَّعْبُدَ الْأَصْنَامَ. By the time Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam said, "Oh Allah, keep this very city safe." You see, he said safe, and protect me and my descendants, children, not to worship idols or anything beside Allah. Before then, in chapter 2 of the glorious Quran, when they started building the structure of Kaaba, he and his what? And who? And his son Ismail. وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ رَبَّنَا وَجَعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ وَأَرِنَا مَنَاسِكَنَا وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ رَبَّنَا وَابْعَثْ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا مِّنْهُمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِكَ ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. Down to this very page, Allah says, وَمَنْ يَرْغَبُ عَنْ مِلَّةِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِلَّا مَنْ سَفِهَ نَفْسَهُ وَلَقَدِ اصْطَفَيْنَاهُ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَإِنَّهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ لَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّهُ أَسْلِمْ قَالَ أَسْلَمْتُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ وَوَصَّى بِهَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. And Allah says, أم كنتم شهداء إذ حضر يعقوب الموت إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعدي قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون. This is how prophets or the messengers used to give very concrete attention or a maximum attention to the worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He alone. He says, رَبَّنَا وَابْعَثْ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا مِّنْهُمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِكَ. O Allah, O Ya Allah, send from this my descendants one who is going to be a messenger, yatlu alayhim ayatik, that is going to recite or read unto them ayatik, your verses, your talks, your commandments for them to follow. وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ, and is going to teach them your book, O Allah, wal-hikmah, and sunnah, because the second interpretation of hikmah is sunnah, as the Al-Imam Ibn Jarir al-Tabari mentioned in his book Jami' al-Bayani and Tawil Ahl al-Quran. وَبَعَثْ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا وَالْحِكْمَةَ وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, and to purify them from worship someone who is not Allah. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ, or you Allah, you are the most powerful. So let us go into our Muhalli Shahid in these very verses. أَمْ كُنْتُمْ شُهَدَاءَ إِذْ حَضَرَ يَعْقُوبَ الْمَوْتِ. Are you there when death appears or come to Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, إِذْ قَالَ لِبَنِيهِ, by the time he said to his what? To his children, مَا تَعْبُدُونَ مِن بَعْدِي, what are you going to worship after my death? قَالُوا نَعْبُدُ إِلَهَكَ, they reply that we are going to worship your Lord, وَإِلَهَ آبَائِكَ, and the Lord of your fathers, Ishaq, Ibrahima, or Ismaila, or Ishaq. Then they said, Ilahan wahida, Allah alone. Allah alone. The one who created you and fill you up with a kind of bounties that you are living with it by this very time or in your lifetime. So you see, if we look onto this, we are going to see the reason of your creation, my respective co-members, is to serve Allah. So let me throw a rhetorical question to we here living or sitting. Are you serving Allah? Are you trying to attain the purpose of your creation? Maybe you forgot, but now that you remember, ask yourself, what are you doing to attain the purpose or the reason of your creation? You heard from me, oh, by now, is to serve Allah. Are you serving Allah? Are you praying, observing your daily 5 praying? Are you maintaining the injunction of Sharia within yourself, or until you are forced to? If you are doing such, you are attempting to reach the target of your creation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to accept any religion, any, other than the one He mentioned in the glorious Quran. وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا, whosoever follows or hold any religion other than Islam, فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ, Allah said, I am not going to accept from him. وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ, and in the hereafter, he is going to be among the losers. Of course, you are going to lose. Lose what? Lose the very thing that you required in that very time, which is Jannah, reward, and Rahmah. We are living in a situation whereby you see a Muslim claiming to be a Muslim or pretending to be a Muslim, but the necessary things that are supposed to be done by him under the umbrella of Islam are not observed from him. You see, a Muslim is going to engage in fornication, toxication, bribery and corruption, and what again? And so many evil acts. And you are calling yourself a Muslim? A true Muslim does not used to engage in that very activity that are unlawful. Islamic Sharia do stipulate the very things that you are supposed to do. This differentiates us, we, the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made mention. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. You are the best among the nation being created in this very world. Why? Because you used to encourage each other upon doing things that are right, that are related to Sharia, and discourages each other upon doing things that are wrong. And you believe in Allah. So, Mr. Man, if you believe in Allah, you are going to equip yourself in order to follow the laws and commandments of Allah, among which are muharramat. Allah says, you should not do this, you should not do this. So you have to be ready to follow. If you follow such, then you are trying to be a good Muslim that that is attempting to reach the reasons or the purpose of his creation. Are you doing such? If you are not doing, let me quote from my co-members, you are doing wrong. You are doing very, very, let me say, worse wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid something that is going to intoxicate your mind or your sense. But as a Muslim, it is shame. It is not good. You tarnish the image of Islam and you are going to court and you are going to be interrogated upon such action you made by intoxicating yourself in the presence of or behind the eyes of we Muslim and the other religion that you are living with. A Muslim is drinking alcohol or anything that is going to intoxicate his mind or his sense. This is haram. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Kullu muskirun khamrun wa kullu muskirun haram." Anything that is going to intoxicate your sense is a beer, as they used to say. And anything that is going to do such action or such impact or something related to this is haram in Sharia. You don't have to do it. You have no reason to do it. If you want to calm yourself down, you are to find some certain things. If you are a true Muslim, Allah says, "Allah bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub." By mentioning or remembering Allah, a true believer is coming down and being very happy in his mind. So permit me to speak in my local language for immediate conception of the topic of today being introduced by English. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi once again. Tattaunawar mu ta yau tana da alaƙa ne da dalili ko manufa da ta sa Ubangiji Ta'ala ya halicce mu baki ɗaya. Allah maɗaukakin sarki a cikin Alƙur'ani mai girma ya bayyana manufa da dalilan da ya sa ya halicce mu da ma waɗanda suka gabace mu har waɗanda ba a halitta ɗaya muke da su ba. A inda yake cewa ba mu halicci mutum da aljan ba sai don su bauta min, in ji Allah. Kuma kira da Allah maɗaukakin sarki ya fara yi a cikin Alƙur'ani wanda ta game halitta ko a ce kowane irin mutum, Bahaushe ne shi ko Yoruba ko Igbo, Igala ko Nupe, ko ma wanda ba a wannan continent ɗin yake ba, wanda suka haɗa da Asians ko Europeans. Allah maɗaukakin sarki bai bambance ba, sai mene? Sai game mu guri guda saboda ya tabbatar mana da abin da yake so mu fahimta mu sani kuma mu aikata. Yake cewa, ya ayyuhan nas, ya ku mutane, u'budullaha, ku bauta wa Allah shi kaɗai, wanda shi ne ya halicce ku, wallazina min qablikum, kuma ya halicci waɗanda suka zo kafin ku, la'allakum tattaqun, domin ku ji tsoron Allah. Sai Allah ya faɗi dalilai wanda ɗan adam, musamman a wannan century da muke ciki, za ku ga anything that is being told to him or required from him, he used to ask some certain reasons for him to do such things. Yana tambayan dalilan da za su sa shi ya yi wannan abin da ake so ya yi. Sai Allah bai bar mu haka ba, sai ya ce mene? Allazi ja'ala lakum al-ardha firashan, sai ya faɗa mana dalilan. Zaka bauta wa Allah ne shi kadai ba tare da ka haɗa shi da wani ba, domin shi ne halitta ma ƙasa da kake takawa kuma kake rayuwa a kanta. Was-sama'a bina'a, kuma ya gina maka sama ta rufe ka, wanda zaka ga bi ghairi amadin tarawnaha, ba tare da wani fila da kai kake gani physically yana riƙe da ita ba. Wa anzala minas sama'i ma'a, kuma Allah madaukakin sarki ya saukar muku da ruwan sama. Fa akhraja bihi minas thamarati rizqan lakum, ya fitar muku da arzikin da kuke amfani da shi daga cikin ƙasa, wanda ruwa ne dalilin faruwan wannan abun. Sai Allah ya yi final decision, ya ce fala taj'alu lillahi andada, kada ku haɗa Allah maɗaukakin sarki da wani. Bautan Allah ana yin ta ne tare da cikakken ikhlasi, kuma za ka yi wa Allah maɗaukakin sarki bauta ne a ƙarƙashin igiya ko a ce inuwa ta musulunci. To a cikin musulunci Ubangiji Ta'ala ya ambaci abubuwa waɗanda suke halal da waɗanda suke haram. Idan ka aikata su shine kayi musulunci, idan baka aikata ba kayi wani abu wanda ba musulunci ba, wanda Ubangiji Ta'ala ya ce ba zai karɓi wannan aiki ba a ranar tashin alkiyama. Yana daga cikin abun ban takaici da abun ban mamaki da ake samu a yau, waɗansu daga cikin musulmanmu suke aikata wasu abubuwa wanda bai kamace su ba, bai dace su ba. Kaga musulmi yana zina saboda ya samu sakewa, saboda ya samu kanshi a halin da ba shi da mafaɗi ko bai jin tsoro na wani da zai iya kwaɓa mishi. Kaga yana zina, yana shan giya, yana aikata abubuwan da ya ga dama, sata da abin da ya kama da haka. Bawan Allah ka sani, baiwar Allah ki sani, wallahi Ubangiji Ta'ala zai tambaye ki ne ki kaɗai akan duk abubuwan da kika aikata. Me yasa zaka sha giya? Me yasa zaka sha kayan maye? Manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam ya ce duk abin da yake yana taɓa ƙwaƙwalwa, domin abin da ake ce ma giya shine abin da yake distorting ƙwaƙwalwa, ya sa ta gigice ta aiki ba tare da wato control ba. Manzon Allah ya ce haramun ne, ba kyau shi shan wannan abin, domin kalli yadda Allah maɗaukakin sarki ya bayyana, ya ce ita shan giya ko a ce shan kayan maye yana haifar da ƙiyayya da gaba, kuma ba kowa ne yake sanya ɗan adam cikin irin wannan hali ba face shaiɗan. Bayan Allah, mu dage mu bi koyarwan addinin musulunci, kar mu sanya kanmu a cikin harkoki irin waɗannan wanda Ubangiji Ta'ala zai damƙe mu a kansu a gobe alkiyama, wanda za mu wato amsa bayanai a kansu. Muna roƙon Allah maɗaukakin sarki ya datar da mu akan duk abin da muka faɗa na daidai, abin da muka yi kuskure a kai muna roƙon Allah maɗaukakin sarki ya gafarta mana baki ɗaya. Wa bihadhal qadri kifaya, wa subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.